Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent update from Andrew Jacked, who finally arrived in the USA exactly 6 weeks out from the Texas Pro, and it looks like his first stop was at Bev's gym to meet with Big Steve and his coach Chris Aceto. Now, a few people have said that Andrew could pose better, including myself, and if Andrew wants to learn how to pose and exactly how the judges want him to pose, he's in the right spot with Big Steve Weinberger. Now, at 6 weeks out from the Texas Pro, I would like to see Andrew a little bit more conditioned, but he has shown on multiple occasions he doesn't need 12 weeks to get shredded for a bodybuilding show. This is one guy you don't have to worry about. And do I see drastic improvements in Andrew's physique? Not in this specific update, but Andrew just got to the USA. It's possible he just got off a flight. I'm not sure exactly. I was a little bit more impressed in the last updates he posted in Dubai. But as I said, Andrew is a guy you don't have to worry about. And even though Hunter Labrada placed ahead of Andrew Jacked at last year's Olympia, I would say Andrew is still looked at as the favorite going into the Texas Pro, and that's because of his showing at the Arnold Classic, as well as his recent updates, and just, he's Andrew Jacked, guys, but looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring to Texas. He only has 6 weeks to get conditioned. And let's switch over to Good Vito, who recently posted up some very impressive updates at 9 weeks out. And these updates are impressive, but these images have been filtered just a little bit to make him look a little bit more dry. Now, Vito should be competing at the Flex weekend. I've also heard a few people say he may be competing in the Europa Pro. Now, the only 2 guys I really think Vito has to worry about are Nathan Diasha and Regan Grimes, if those guys decide to compete in those competitions. But let me know in the comment section below. Should Good Vito be worried about Nathan and Regan? But I don't want to hype up Good Vito too much because we haven't seen him next to top pros. But I pretty much see him the same way as I see Carlos Thomas Jr. Even though neither one of those guys have made their pro debut, I believe if they qualify, they can be in that top 10 at their first Mr. Olympia. Now let's switch over to Hunter Labrada, who recently posted up an update ahead of the Texas Pro. And this is before guest posing. We'll probably talk about the guest posing Hunter Labrada does once I get footage. And again, Hunter will be competing in Tampa first in 4 weeks against Justin Shire and Blessing Awodibu. Now, the thing that impressed me the most about this update was actually Hunter's lower body development from behind. I'm not sure if he has more detail, more muscularity, but I've never seen Hunter Labrada's lower body look like this. Now, is this going to be enough to beat Andrew Jacked? I'm not too sure about that, but as we all know, Andrew does struggle with showcasing detail in the glutes and the hamstrings, and Hunter looks pretty impressive in those areas as of this update. I have Hunter picked as the winner of Tampa, but I'm not too sure about Texas. I'm leaning more towards Andrew. And let's switch over to Blessing Awodibu, who recently posted up some updates ahead of the Chicago Pro, the Tampa Pro, and the Texas Pro. Now, Blessing was my favorite to win Chicago, but Justin Shire is looking very impressive as of recent. And Blessing is usually a guy that's always cracking jokes, always starting some drama, but it seems like Blessing has been pretty quiet this prep. Looks like he's really focused on winning a pro show this year. Now let's switch over to James Hollingshead, who posted up some updates pushing a crazy amount of weight. And I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering, why is James Hollingshead squatting 7 plates with perfect form, but has horrible form on these bent over rows? Well, on the right, he's actually training with Mr. Olympia Hadi Choopan, and James Hollingshead said Hadi took his soul. And I actually said a few months ago, Hadi probably trains harder than any open class bodybuilder, and a few people argue with me in the comment section. They said, no, it's James Hollingshead, it's Ian Valliere, it's Nick Walker, but look at James Hollingshead in these bent over rows training with Hadi Choopan. And as you guys can see from the video on the left, James is a guy that usually trains with very strict form. So seeing him do these bent over rows like this, Hadi Choopan must really took him through a crazy back day. Or it's the fact that he's trying to bent over row 4 plates, which is just wild. I'm not going to critique the form too much. Let's switch over to 212. We have a recent update from Keone Pearson at 6 weeks out from the Texas Pro. And honestly, I don't really have much to say when it comes to Keone. I said about 6 weeks ago he's going to continuously look better week after week, and I'm expecting him to bring his best to the Texas Pro and at least a top 5, maybe a top 3, maybe even a top 2 at this year's 212 Olympia. Now, I did watch a video earlier when someone was talking about Keone's ab split, but I don't really think it's going to be an issue. Keone posted a picture when he was about 15 or 16, and he had the same ab split. Keone is getting bigger, so I guess the split is getting a little bit wider, but 9 times out of 10, Keone is pulling a vacuum in the front poses anyway. But I believe there was Ivan Bodybuilding that posted that video. But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below who is this bodybuilder. And I feel like a lot of people have been talking negatively about this guy lately as a coach, but he arguably brought Blessing Awodibu and Andrew Jacked in at their all-time best. You can argue that Andrew was better at the Arnold Classic than he was at Texas, but a lot of people really like that Texas Pro version and don't believe that Andrew Jacked has surpassed that yet. But pretty sure you guys know who this is by now. But be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys did indeed enjoy it. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.